All right, so I've been meaning to post an update, but I've been having issues. I had an issue with the transmission. I'll post that in another video. That was stupid. But anyway, in the process of filling the transmission, you got to have the engine running. It wouldn't start. I tried a lot of troubleshooting, verifying connections, grounds, fuel pressure, spark, again and again and again. And after now, like 4 weeks of troubleshooting with Aces, it still doesn't run. So this is where I'm at, and yeah, just let you know. So
Okay, just got off the phone with Aces EFI here in the early morning, and long story short, they're like, "Oh, well, it sounds like there's something wrong in your wiring, or maybe your ECU or something." I'm like, yeah. So that's what I've been saying. And anyway, once again, I'm in the queue for a callback. So I'm gonna wait for the callback, only because I'm waiting for parts. And well, the hard thing about it is that I want to get it running, but I don't want to be impatient. I'm learning my lessons the hard way here in life. Keep your patience. So anyway, gonna keep it on until I receive my new wiring harness. Look, I got tons of parts that I've been buying. Look, this is another wiring harness, but this is the eBay harness that absolutely everyone's warning me not to use because I'm gonna end up hating life the same. Here is a stock OEM harness that I bought. Wrong style. This is drive-by-wire. I need drive-by cable. Screwed that up. Anyway, got this guy from the dude that sold me the cracked block. So I guess I got a free ECU for, well, not free. I would say I paid way too much for that. But anyway, sent it out to a guy named Bob. He did a great job. Really, really, really nice guy. Took care of everything. I sent him all the specs for the truck, everything I'm going to be running and doing, and he went ahead and flashed it, took the vats off, all that good stuff. So just got to go ahead and do that, and I think that's going to be the route. So with those two wiring harnesses, I'm not using. So those are going to go up for grabs or for sale, whatever you want to call it. Seems like I'm not going to be using this either, but we're going to see. So that's probably going to go up for sale. And then I have a new BP Automotive harness on order, which I ordered last night, and hopefully that'll get here by, say, Tuesday, at which point I will start removing all of this and wiring it up. It'll probably take like an hour or two to get it all swapped over, and maybe less. But anyway, that's what's going to be next. Waiting for a call back from tech support. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, on fixing anything, because I've gone through absolutely everything. Yeah, everything. Wondering about my ground? There's a big fat ground right there, baby. And yeah, back of the heads are grounded over here for the coils. Yeah, I got another ground right here in the front, going off the water pump. It's grounded. She's good. It just don't run. So anyway, hear what tech support has to say here the next day or two. I'm gonna throw us all in the same video. Anyway, so let's just jump to that and see what they say, see what they do, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's jump to that. All right, guys. So it has been, I think, about 3 weeks, something like that, since my first gripe on the beginning of this video regarding the no start on Aces. Gave them another shot to go all the way up to their best tech, so to speak. Well, after a few weeks of tech support and lots of emails and all kinds of stuff, it still doesn't run. So I'm trying now to seek a refund from Aces. With that being said, next comes removing their harness and their their ECU and so forth. and just gonna go ahead and go with my solution. And here's what I got for that. Went ahead and got a BP Automotive drive-by cable, 3rd gen, which is compatible with my 3rd gen ECU here. Standalone harness, and 2 new GM O2 harness or sensors, mass airflow, and then I got the remainder of what I need on there already as far as injectors, coils, and coolant temperature sensor and so forth. But yeah, so giving up on Aces and gonna go ahead and ditch that. Did not work for me. If it works for you, that's nice, but it did not work for me, and that sucks. So it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Next, I'm just gonna do a quick overlay, do a quick startup, verify everything's okay, and if there's something truly wrong inside the engine, then I guess that's an easy way to tell. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Got it out and continue pulling the rest of it off, but that's mainly the entire Aces system. And then I got the normal stock BP Automotive one over here. Man, let's see if this is really a harness issue, but troubleshooting with this one has been a nightmare, and well, let's just say it hasn't gone anywhere, as you can tell. All right, so got this all laid out, basically the way it's gonna sit in the truck. This is gonna go back in the glove. That way it keep all the fuses and diagnostic port, ECU, all that stuff will go back in the same place, just slightly modified. I'll still run the same grommet, it's just a new bigger one for this particular harness. And this is basically out how everything's gonna run. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything's labeled really well. So it's just a matter of putting this guy in here now. But if you are wondering, so this is the computer, the ECU. It's been reflashed for my configuration of the truck. And this here is the transmission control plug. This is the speed sensor plug. This is our bank 2 injectors. This is the bank 2 coil connector. This is the mass airflow connector, power, and what is this guy? I believe that is the crank sensor. On the other side over here, this is the MAP sensor, so your manifold pressure sensor, O2 sensor, and then ground for both sets of coils, and then it goes into the injectors here, coil connector for this side. And over here, engine coolant temperature sensor, crankshaft, throttle position sensor, and what is it? IAC, and so forth. So anyway, all that good stuff, bunch of fun. Everything's labeled really well. Gotta love it. I really like it. And yeah. Oh, that's the alternator. I'm not gonna be using that. I got a single wire, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll change it up and just go to this guy. We'll see what happens. So you guys missed that moment of frustration, but I was able to weave this thing back through. It is not a matter of just hooking everything back up. And I need to reconfigure my layout for my glove box, since this ECU, as you can tell, is a hell of a lot bigger than that one from Aces. So I need to figure that out. I'll go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm just going to do a quick connection on the engine and test fire. Yeah. I went ahead and got the mass airflow basically installed where it should be. With that being said, the idle air control, oh sorry, you guys can't even see what I'm talking about. The idle air control is not compatible with the one I got, so I got to order another one with the right connector for this particular harness. With that being said, I'm ready to test fire this sucker with basically a stock ECU and the BP Automotive harness. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. Aces. So as Leah is my witness, that's what we did, guys. And sad to say, it was, where the hell did I do with it? It's right over here in this pile of crap. This is all LS stuff. But yeah. So Aces ECU harness, whatever you want to call it, is the problem. BP Automotive and a reflash stock ECU seems to be the solution. So sweet. All that's left next is just finishing up all the connections, cleaning it all up, and then filling stuff up. Got my wife coming out over here to come mess with me and give me a hard time. But she's coming to check it out because it's running. Hell yeah. Anyway, guys, buyer beware. Aces didn't do too well for me, but hope it does better for you if you do go that route. If you don't, you know what? I don't blame you. But if you do, you know, buy at your own risk. Didn't work for me. With that being said, you want to buy the one I got? It's up for sale. But no, honestly, I'm gonna send it back and try to see if they can get it tested in-house or something like that. And then once it comes back, it will be for sale once they verify it works. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Join me next time, and we'll be driving it. Peace.